You made the right choice. Thanks for watching Stacked VMX YouTube channel, where we do explain and reviews on bicycle products. Today we're going to do an explain and review on the Profile Imperial Sprocket. So I don't know if you've seen these, but these things come in tons and tons of colors. I actually didn't even look at the sizes. But from my recollection, they come in tons of different sizes. I think originally they went from 23s all the way up to like, I want to say 46, 47. But what we primarily sell is usually 25, 28s. That's usually to the BMX guys. 33s, 36s, and 39s to like the bike life dudes, stuff like that. Yeah, that's kind of what sizes that we use. And if you have one of those bikes, which you should try to look towards as far as size wise. These things come in tons of different colors, from blue, black, polished, gold, red, and then it also comes in different limited edition colors, or other colors like purple, white. But check our website to see what colors are actually available. So if you're not familiar with Profile Racing, these products are made here in the USA. They're all CNC machined. They're made out of one solid chunk of aluminum. Not too sure if they do the disc. I haven't been watching their videos, or like a square piece, but they're machined down, and they're initially made for racing, but a lot of people use these on freestyle bikes and then show bikes. But these things have a really nice finish. I don't know if they do like a mild polishing, or they throw it in a tumbler, but when they anodize them, they don't look super glossy, but they don't look super flat. They kind of have their own little texture, which I think looks really, really nice. If you look at them, they only have one bolt hole. These things are relatively thin. Let's check out to see how thin they are. If you are street riding and stuff like that, this probably isn't the sprocket for you. This is probably more towards like the racers, or somebody that's not going to be riding pegs or anything like that. This sprocket comes in a little bit over 4 3/4 of a millimeter, if that makes sense. So a little over 4.5 millimeters, which isn't 5 millimeters, but is relatively actually kind of thick, because 5 millimeters is decently thick. On this sprocket, which is pretty cool, is the actual machining and just how detailed it is. So there's little I would say like drops and machine marks, where it just makes it look real 3D. So like this is sticking up a little bit. It's got all this machined out, and then it's engraved lower with the actual ball head to make the logo and the number. Then you got these little holes which are machined out, and then there's kind of a lip right here. Another thing I noticed is that this has a pretty skinny teeth, which are 3/32 tooth width. That's basically how wide the sprocket is. I'll try to bring it down lower. That's how basically how thick the sprocket is at the base. If you have a 3/32 chain, usually those are for race bikes, like BMX race bikes, or multi-speed mountain bikes. They usually run the thinner chain so that it could go in the back cog and not get jammed up. 1/8 inch chains are a lot wider. They do fit on 3/32, but vice versa. A 3/32 chain would not fit on a 1/8 inch sprocket. So keep that in mind. If your sprocket's not sitting all the way, or your chain's not sitting all the way down on your sprocket, you probably have a 3/32 chain on an 1/8 inch sprocket. This sprocket also has chamfer teeth. If you can see right there, they're kind of milled where it has like a little slant on both front and the back. The reason why they do that is so that the chain drops onto the sprocket really smooth. Doing so just makes the bike ride smoother, makes all your parts last a little bit longer, and it just feels nicer when you're pedaling or you're cranking down really hard. These sprockets come with actual sprocket spacer. So this sprocket spacer is kind of an oddball size. I don't know exactly what size it is, but the hole is a 19 millimeter. So you can only run this with the 19 millimeter. This is it without the actual hat spacer in there. This one has the hat spacer in there. So you need to put this hat spacer in there in order to run the sprocket, and it'll only fit 19 millimeter spindles. So if you have a 22 or 24 millimeter spindle, this sprocket will not work for you. But if you're looking for these sprockets, head over to our website, stackbmx.com, and pick one up today. Thanks for watching, and peace out.